This is for Culture Concierge. I'm your host, Freddie Cosmo. This is what I love about New York, I'll tell you. I love that in New York, you can be a party boy. And it is not synonymous with staying out till 5 in the morning. It's not. It's like one of the few cities I can think of where it's just like hashtag nightlife all day. So today I want to talk about that a little bit because there's another aspect of nightlife during the day that is so big in New York. Today we're going to talk about brunch and brunch etiquette. I love a good brunch, right? But who doesn't love a good brunch, right? So I'm just going to give you a few tips on enjoying brunch. You know, you're most likely to go with your friends, but there are still a couple things that you have to remember. There is nothing like good day drinking, and brunch is is just the cornerstone of just great day drinking. I think it's incredibly orchestrated if you do it right, especially in these bars and in these. You can find any brunch. There's liquid brunch. If you want a fancy brunch, Upper East Side brunch. I just did an Upper East Side brunch this past weekend. I felt really classy, but I also got tipsy. Nothing better than being classy and tipsy at the same time. You know, you're sitting down. Oh, you got a nice shirt on. You know, you're with your friends. You're hobnobbing. You know, and it's great. And before you know it, it's only 2. You have the choice. You want to go take a nap? That's perfectly fine. You just partied. Or do you want to go drink more? You usually want to drink more. Like I said, big part of it is thinking ahead. Saturday brunches are a bit more dangerous because people tend to work on Monday. So, you know, Saturday you can really just go and go and go. And usually it turns into the night if you're someone like me or if you're hanging out with me. You should let me take you to brunch. Good grief, Charlie Brown. I mean, I don't know if you'll make it. I don't know if I'll make it. My first tip, make the reservation. Don't think too hard on it. If you're going to drag brunch, you definitely want to make the reservation. You don't just want to show up. It's going to be packed in the city, and you're going to have a good time. I noticed that drag brunch is where they pour the heaviest, so plan on going and ordering food. One of my biggest mistakes. I'm a cheap bastard, and I love to get drunk, right? Listen, I save up a few coins. It's like a $25 or $30 plus tip, always with the tip. Unlimited, you know, for like 2 hours or whatever it is, right? Well, you ain't seen unlimited till you see me do unlimited, I'll tell you that much. Even if it's not drag brunch, you know, you kind of want to have a good idea of the wait time. There's this hot spot in Astoria. I don't know if it's still popping like that. Anyway, great brunch spot. The wait would sometimes be like 2.5 hours if you just show up. It was awful, you know. Reservations make a huge difference, and it saves you time during your day because you don't want to make this plan and then end up not getting in or having to go somewhere else or something like that, right? Bring cash. If you're anything like me, you gotta pee the second that drag brunch is over. You know, you've been sitting down. There's queens gallivanting left and right. You don't want to miss anything. Lights going, music popping. First thing you want to do when show wraps is pee. Okay? Get that cash out. Don't make it, don't make it hard on your group. Or, if you're one of those, get those apps. I'm not going to specify which one because none of them pay me. The apps you can just bam, wham, bam, paid you, ma'am. It just makes it easier on the whole group. Occasionally you're running those brunches, those new brunch places. They'll assume the whole table is together. So, all the more reason to have that app. Don't make any hard plans afterwards. Whatever you thought you were doing that day is going to change drastically based on how drunk you are after brunch. And you gotta kind of monitor how your waiters and waitresses are pouring. Usually they'll have a pitcher for you, of mimosas, bellinis, whatever the case may be. I order the Bloody Marys because they're very strong, usually, right? Although this past week I had bellinis. It was good because you don't know what the day holds. I've seen people try to go to work afterwards, after a drag brunch. Girl, bye. You'll fall asleep on the train. I went to brunch, listen, and I get crazy. And I went to one brunch one time in Chelsea. This was at Intermezzo, Tina Burner. Oh my goodness. Listen, we left there. It was only 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we left, like 2:30, something like that. The show gets out, wraps, it's over. That's it. I looked at my friend. I said, guys, whatever we're about to do next, I can't do it. I am drunk. I am way too drunk. Like I was scared for myself. I was so drunk. Listen, I went to. Luckily, my friends lived 3 blocks away. I went to their house, took a nap until like 8 or 9 at night. I was so drunk. Then we went to another bar. It was madness. Anyway, that was a fun weekend. Don't make any hard plans. You're only gonna disappoint yourself, okay? And everyone else. You guys know how I am with the sugar. The sugar from the mimosas, it'll get you. It's the champagne and the orange juice. They use like a real sweet orange juice sometimes. That's how they get you, you know? It makes you kind of sick, like I said. Once I get going with a good brunch, good friends, good energy, good vibes, good music, all of it, you know, I figure, hey, it's only 2:30. I still got a half a Sunday left. Then I could still be at work on Monday morning if I work them. I don't work on Mondays. I could be at work on Monday morning like nothing was, you know, if you play your cards right, you know. By 10 o'clock you're ready, but you're so drunk you're ready to go to sleep. If it's a drag brunch, you're going to need those singles. All the more reason to bring cash, like I talked about. Tip those drag hoes, okay? They up there twerking and working and berserking, just doing the most for you to just sit and eat and just drink and not tip, you know, is an issue. So even if you just have the $1 or $2 for the song, tip them. Tip those bitches. You know they deserve it. Drag brunch is not an easy gig. There's a lot going on. There's so much to maneuver through. If it's for another thing, if it's like a 4-drink mat cap on it, sometimes that it's an hour and a half. Sometimes that's enough. You know, I went to this one brunch. It was on Upper East Side. The bartender was really keeping good track. He had timed it like kind of just right because you know the deal was like 4 drinks. It wasn't limited. If it's not unlimited booze, make sure it's worth it because you know the juice has got to be worth the squeeze. But we'll probably do some sort of special later in the coming months, or we do like a brunch turn up because it's so popular in New York. One of the great things you can experience without staying out late and having to worry and have to worry about getting in and then, you know, and being crowded and having to stand and sweat, you know. There's tons of different type of parties. So be sure to check out our site, cultureconciergeonline.com, for more information